Hello, welcome back. I've been emptying my freezer, seeing what we can use and what we can report in the freezer after we clean it up. And I took few bags out to the trash. Like I said before, we had a storm and we stayed 6 days, Monday to Saturday, without electricity. So I emptied two chest freezers yesterday with the help of my husband, and they all went to the trash, and I was able to find few things that we ate for dinner. And now I'm working on the meat freezer, and I'm very surprised. I found meats that are still frozen. So let me show you what I have so far. So on the floor, these stacks here, they are frozen. So I was able to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls that are frozen. Ground beef were in one of the freezers yesterday, frozen out of things that too. So I took them and put them here, and they stay frozen. So there was some ice in that freezer, a medium freezer, that I couldn't lift earlier to show you how empty it is. I took those ice and I put it on top of it, so they stay frozen. Those are somewhat too. I have 2 pork here and I have a chicken, so I might probably cook them today. Now let's see how far I got. One section is empty, and you can see I have blood in it to clean. But I'm working on this section, and I took some bag to the trash already. So let me see if I can get this light here to help. So with that completely frozen, I'm putting them on the side. But I need to work very fast. This broth is still frozen in it. So after a week of not having electricity, that's good. I have ground beef here. Let's see if we'll be able to look inside that way. I don't have to lift. So ground beef is somewhat, I would say it's frozen. It's frozen. A little bit tough. Not really tough, but I'll put in the frozen pile. This one is somewhat tough. So pretty much what I'm going to do with those two is, I think I'll brown them and put in the fridge. So it'll go in the pile of cooking, both of them. Let's see if I can turn that back here. Trash. This meat is frozen, and that's frozen, and that's pork chops frozen. I'll put in the frozen pile. And put it away. Back here. This is just an empty bag. Some ice there. Back here. This meat is frozen. Pork chops. Frozen. We need to bring pork chops back here. Frozen. Frozen. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each one of them has 2 pieces in it. So that's 4 in it, and that's 8 chops right there. That's a mixy bag. And this is a store, and I don't know, it's cold, but I don't know, trash. I would say since it's in the underneath, since they are frozen, I can consider that as being at least fridge temperature, right? But I'm not sure. Okay. Let's move on. Pork chops. Is it chops? Yeah, chops. Frozen. Look, I didn't have ice here. Frozen. Frozen. Let's see. Frozen. Chops. So, let me see if I have blood on the bag or not. I don't. But you know what? I'm going to change the bag. So let me put this trash bag on the floor here. I have chops here. Thank God I'm able to, save. I would say so far I saved more meat than I put in the trash. Okay, don't know if you can see inside, but let's move on. Let me see if I can get you closer. Can get this camera closer. No. Oh, this is heavy. Let's see if I can take one bag out. There. I don't know if you're able to see it. Solid hard. So that's so there, frozen. So that's frozen. Something bled on that one. I need to find a bag for it. Those pork rolls are really, now this thing is it's frozen, but then what is bleeding on it? It could be where it was before something bled on it, but is frozen. It's frozen. I don't know if I'll be able to wipe it off. The blood is not from it. It's from something I took out earlier. That's a mess. We'll put it here for now. But I had to say that it's a little bit soft on some area, but it's quite solid hard. So it'll go in the frozen pile. Okay, let's see the other one. That's a lot of work. And this one is frozen too. I can even lift it with one hand. I don't want to keep both of my hands dirty. You know what? I'm here to use some of those that as gloves. So it's a little bit soft, the fat side, but it's kind of hard, you know, so honestly it's thawed, so it'll go in the frozen pile. I need to clean the blood out of it. Frozen. Okay. Those are additives. Honest with ice, but I don't know, squishy with ice. Crush. Okay. See what we have here. This meat is frozen, soup bones, frozen. I need to wash my hand a little bit so that I don't touch it. This meat is thawing. Some of them are, some part are frozen, some part are kind of is chops, but is at the bottom of the freezer, so it'll go in the cooking pile. Chewing drip in here. Those are kind of soft, but how do you call it? I don't know. You know, but pork sausage, 3 of them, soft, fresh. Trash pile here. Okay, so what those won't be any different. kind of soft. Kind of soft. You know, I just don't know if they are good to be cooked right away or anything like that. It does not look that cold, but some stuff are frozen here, so I assume things that I thought would be at least at cold temperature, right? I don't know. So for that reason, it's going to crash. I think this bag is good. So now this is back. Put it in the trash. Right here. Here. Another pot. It's frozen. I think the bag will be a good one. It is at the bottom, but it's frozen. But there is some soft spot, barely soft spot. So this is frozen, very much. It will go in the frozen bag. Then pork roast, I saved quite a bit. I have 2 to cook. I believe 2 were in the trash already. So out of all of them, 2 were in the trash, and I have so many here that will go back in the freezer. That's good. Let's see. There's 2 boxes that will leave today. Here. I don't know if you can see it, but let's see if I can turn this camera without touching my hair. We have turkey there. We have a bag of frozen, no, a bag of ground beef. But I'm seeing blood in it. Let's see here. It's somewhere. Mustard is tall. It's tall. It's tall. And that one is tall too. And you can see, I don't know if you're going to see, but a lot of blood. So I think it's trash. I'll put in the trash bag here. That's that. Now we have that turkey. Well, let's see. I think that's the good news, right? The bottom that will be an issue is ice. It's frozen. It's thawed in some area and frozen some other. I don't know. That thing is heavy. Okay, so let's try it again. is, oh okay, I see. This part that is on the concrete side is soft. It's soft. The ice is on an area, but one area is not, does not have ice. That side is soft. And at this point, I have a lot of meat I'm going to work on. That one, I'm not going to. The top is frozen, the bottom is soft. I'm going to get a bag and put it in it. It'll be trash. I forget to get the ice. Oh, that ice is heavy. It's kind of stuck. Okay, so now we have 2 bags here for trash. Let me see if I can move this here a little bit. Beat down. Well, as you can see, maybe I can use a bag here for gloves. So we have 2 bags down here that are trash, the turkey and some pork. Those 3 bags here, I'll try to cook them today. Chicken, 2 pork roast, just season them and put in baking pan and put in the oven. Chicken, I don't know if I'll fry or put in the oven. It depends on how many baking pan I have available. And this is pork chops and ground beef, I believe. Everything here is frozen. Like everything here, from here is frozen. Let's see if I can move a little bit. So everything here is frozen. So what I'm going to do is, the goal will be to plug one of the clean freezers and put them in it, but I just don't know. They are not at the right spot where I can plug them. So yeah, I think I need to plug one somewhere there and put those meat in it to keep them on the cool side, and I'll clean this and then move them back. So that's what I'm going to do. Take those 2 bags out, wash my hand, try to plug one of those clean freezers, put those meat in it and close it, and clean this, move it out of there, clean the floor, and put those meat back in it. But well, that's that. Chest freezer, and it said it takes 15 watts max. Oh, I think that's the light on it. That's real cold brand. I would like to call a medium freezer, meat freezer for us. And that's, I was able to save most of my meat. Some went in the trash, some I'll try to cook them today, and that's that. So I'm very grateful that from Monday to Saturday, without light, I just cover the freezer with a blanket, even though I opened it yesterday to start emptying it. Before I noticed that some are still frozen, I close it back and put another blanket on it. I was able to see that many meat frozen. Some, the one at the bottom were 2, the one at the top were 2, but the one in the middle were okay. I thought I would lose a lot of meat because the freezer was not full. But those back 2 freezers, I lost most of the items, and these I lost very few. Thank you so much for watching. you stay safe. And we have our website where we sell our product. We sell natural product. If you are looking for reusable napkins, reusable towels that you can use as individual hand towels, we have them on our website, nassoap.com. And we have our apparels, custom design, print on demand, Liberman.com. And I'm working on designing another website where I will sell new, used, and liquidated items, and I'll let you know when that is ready as well. But yeah, it has been a long week, and for people who don't have lights, I wish them to get a light soon. Thank you, and stay safe.